So today I'll be doing a video discussing the Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest anime preview and why you guys need to be excited for Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, because when I tell you that this preview will definitely make you guys enjoy Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest the most out of any Fairy Tail series, then trust me, because this preview with this recent news that we've been getting, it has revealed a lot of things about 100-Year Quest that does confirm that it will be the greatest version of Fairy Tail. Yeah, but before I get into that, I just gotta say that make sure that if you guys are a fan of Naruto or Boruto, subscribe to my Naruto channel called Jutsu. A link to that will be in the description down below, and I will be uploading my first video 2 years over there, so make sure you guys have notifications turned on for that channel, because there will be a lot of Naruto content. And I just want to say that if you're one of the people who were on this channel, if you're a supporter, you're probably thinking, Mage, weren't you constantly bashing Boruto? Why are you even making a Boruto channel? But if you guys haven't been reading the Boruto manga, then all I'm going to say is that you have been doing yourself a disservice. I'm not going to speak on the Boruto anime, but I can say that the Boruto manga, it is definitely worth me making videos talking about. So if you guys do like that, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to that channel. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest preview, because with this recent news that Hiro Mashima has revealed, it has made Fairy Tail the best ongoing shonen again. Now, Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, it has solved a lot of mysteries with just its openings. For example, we know that Fairy Tail openings and introduction, they are very key for the story of Fairy Tail. Obviously, Lucy's introduction, I don't even have to say too much about that, but one of the biggest mysteries is the mystery of Acnologia, because a lot of anime onlys, now that the anime is done, everybody's starting to appreciate Acnologia. But what if I told you that his story was not done in 100-Year Quest? Yes, I'm not going to spoil it, I'm not going to go too deep into spoilers, but just know that the mystery of Acnologia is revealed at the very beginning by Syria. And speaking of the beginning, we're starting to see the opening of the world and the dragons even more. Yes, we're getting introduced to new dragon species, 5th generation dragon slayers, which I'm going to discuss later on in the video on why they may and may not be the strongest generation of dragon slayers. Yes, I do believe that the 5th generation dragon slayers, they may actually be the strongest generations. And we also do know that there are a new species of dragons. Yes, similar to how there were species like Atlas Flame, like elemental dragons, there are a brand new species of those type of dragons that do exist. So that is going to be hype as well, finally getting introduced to all of them. And in case you guys have been living underneath the rock, the 5 dragon gods have been revealed, and we've only seen 3 out of the 5, and we haven't really been revealed to one of them fully. So that just goes to show you that out of the dragon gods, we still have a lot of mystery surrounding them. And if you guys do love pairings, the pairings that weren't confirmed, like Jerza and like Mavis x Zeref, we got a lot of news and revelations about these pairings. And speaking of Mavis and Zeref, we have to discuss Zeref and Mavis. The mystery was finally confirmed, because at the end of Fairy Tail, now that all of us here have seen it, we were all wondering if Mavis and Zeref actually did get together, or if that was just Lucy's dream. And I can come here and say that Zeref and Mavis, they have gotten together, but they are confirmed dead. Yes, they have been confirmed dead, and that was huge news, because I was one of the people, I was one of the people who believed that Mavis and Zeref were still alive, because we saw at the end of Lucy's little dream, it showed Arlios and Mios, they went off and did their own thing. And we know that everything from that night, it wasn't all Lucy's dreaming. We know that she just got really drunk, so it was all iffy. Hiro Mashima did that on purpose to make us come up with our own assumptions. So the fact that he finally did reveal that Zeref and Mavis are dead, that was a huge plot twist for the Fairy Tail community. And I can say that Hiro Mashima, he hit me with an old crossover, like my ankles have been broken, because if you guys have been following Underrated Mage, you guys would know that I was saying that Zeref and Mavis are alive, they're gonna come back, but no, they are 100% dead. And like I said, this does not mean that everything in Lucy's dream is true. Obviously, because she was drunk, her memory is gonna be hazy, but that also does mean that there's more hidden moments from Lucy's dream. Yeah, we saw that in Fairy Tail and everybody else, they were there, potentially even Anna. So I'm interested to see what did happen from the point where Lucy did pass out, because if she got mixed up between Zeref and Mavis being alive, yeah, that just goes to show you that there's more stuff about the final episode that we don't know about. And possibly my favorite Fairy Tail moments was just seeing the wholesome Zeref and Mavis family moments. I mean, just seeing how August finally got to be reunited with Zeref, finally got to get praised. Even Larkay, like everything about that moment was just special. And if you're a Fairy Tail fan, trust me, you're going to enjoy that wholesome moment, because once that finally gets animated, you'll finally see Zeref and Mavis get together in heaven. So it actually is a very good moment for the Dragneel family. And speaking of heaven, Zeref reveals the concept of beta heaven, and this is actually where the in-between world before you die and where your consciousness lies. So basically you're in purgatory, really. That's what beta heaven is. And usually nothing but great people, or people who are great to you, actually do show up, because we saw Natsu, he was able to be Igneal, Zeref, Mavis, everybody. And we even see that Actologia was amongst the people who were in Natsu's beta heaven. So that just goes to show you that Natsu and Actologia, yeah, they're now officially homeboys. But no, in all seriousness, Natsu, we do know that beta heaven, it has been revealed, and there's a lot of things that we don't know about it yet. And once a character does get pushed to that limit to go back there, because obviously we know that you have to be pushed to the brink of death in order to go there, but once we actually do get more in depth about beta heaven, I do think that that will be a way for Hiro Mashima to expand the story even more. And speaking of expanding the story, it wouldn't be Fairy Tail if Hiro Mashima didn't tease Natsu's death. Yes, Natsu is killed by the Ghost Dragon Slayer. Yes, you guys heard me right. Natsu has his soul taken out by the Ghost Dragon Slayer, and he is going to get eaten by him. But we found out that the Ghost Dragon Slayer, he is only eating people's spirits just so that he can gain power to kill the person who killed him. So yo, we now know that there is somebody who is going around killing 5th generation dragon slayers, so we don't know who is the one who killed this Ghost Dragon Slayer. So that is very hype news. And right before Natsu is eaten, and right before his soul is used as protein for the Ghost Dragon Slayer, Natsu actually does materialize using thought projection magic on his own soul to get his body back. And if you guys don't know what thought projection magic is, if you guys don't know why I'm so excited, it's because Hiro Mashima is paying homage to old school Fairy Tail techniques, because we saw Jalal, he used thought projection magic on the Magic Council, obviously to trick them, and we know that Mavis, she uses thought projection magic a lot. So Natsu, now that he's using thought projection magic, let's give a round of applause to Hiro Mashima, because he's expanding on his old techniques. And I actually do like the fact that Natsu is getting stronger from all this, because this is a completely new ability, being able to basically thought projection magic. We've never seen Natsu be able to do it. That's basically how we gotta break it down. And we know that Mavis, Jalal, or Laxus, they were the ones that probably didn't end up teaching him, because those were the only people from Fairy Tail who know. So the fact that Natsu, I don't want to say he mastered it, but he's got a pretty good control over thought projection magic, and it's pretty epic seeing Hiro Mashima pay homage to his old techniques. But speaking of old techniques, the newest technique that's very spooky has been revealed. It is called the Synchro Rate, because the Ghost Dragon Slayer, basically he can synchro summon to become Yusei Fudo. But no, in all seriousness, once 3 conditions have been met, which are somebody that has equal or greater magic power, somebody who's already seen death, meaning that they've been at death's door, and the third one, which doesn't have to be true, but they have to be related in order to completely draw out the full power of the Synchro Rate. So obviously, let me break that down for you one more time. You gotta have equal or greater magic power, you have to have been to death's door, or you have to be related to the Ghost Dragon Slayer in order to pull out the top 3 conditions. And with all that being said, we see that the Ghost Dragon Slayer, he takes over Makarov's body. Yes, the Ghost Dragon Slayer takes over Makarov's body. We're gonna get full power Makarov versus Natsu. Now, boy, oh boy, this is what we've been waiting for. And Natsu's finally gonna have the biggest test ever, going against the guild master for Fairy Tail all out. And this is something that we've never seen before. We've never seen Makarov go against Naruto at full power. We see Naruto versus Guild Arts, and we know that he couldn't really hold it. I'm not gonna say hold a candle, but Guild Arts is way stronger than Naruto, or at least when they did fight. So now that Naruto's going to fight up against Makarov at full power, while with no nerf control, because this isn't going to be a regular Makarov, this is Makarov being taken control of. This is going to be epic, and I can't wait to see how will Naruto escape this, because technically Naruto, I'm not going to say he's dead, but his soul is in his body, so he's completely vulnerable. And if he doesn't take down the Ghost Dragon Slayer right here right now with his thought projection form, then this will lead to Naruto's death. And speaking of Naruto, we had to discuss Lucy, because Lucy ends up escaping from the White Mage's clutches. And that's a huge thing, because we saw that she was able to use her Capricorn magic to basically block out Lisana's clutches from dyeing her white. And now we do know that Lucy, she does plan on saving the guild again. And I mean, we just need a counter for how many times Lucy saved the guild, because there's literally been so many times that she had to come up with a plan in order to save everybody. So round of applause to Hiromashima Lucy, because it looks like she's going to save everybody using fairy glitter, because she's going to go look for Kana. Obviously Kana did use fairy glitter before, so I'm interested to see how will Lucy end up saving the guild again. And speaking of saving, somebody's going to need saving, because when I told you that it is Dragon Slayer on Dragon Slayer crime, it is Dragon Slayer on Dragon Slayer crime, because we see second generation Dragon Slayer Laxus versus the 5th generation Dragon Slayer in Kyra. And man, oh man, this battle just showed you that generations do not mean shit when it comes to power, because Kyra, we know that she's going to have a secret move, but base form Laxus, it looks like it's stronger than Kyra. That's crazy to think, because if you guys didn't know, Madmore and the other 5th generation Dragon Slayers, they have been washing the floor with Mira Jane and all the other Fairy Tail top tiers, which made me believe that the 5th generation Dragon Slayers as a whole, they may be stronger than 1st generations. But we see that Laxus, compared to everybody else, he is still a top dog, and that's just exciting to see, because a lot of people, they're starting to doubt the 2nd generation Dragon Slayers just because they didn't have the Dragon Lacrimas. But yo, these guys are still Dragon Slayers at the end of the day, so don't sleep on them. And I like the fact that Laxus, he is actually putting in work against Kyra, because me personally, I think this does make sense. Even though she is a 5th generation Dragon Slayer, this is Laxus at the end of the day, and I can't see Laxus lose it on some easy stuff. And I like the fact that he's actually dominating her, to show you that this is the difference in power between not only the generation of Dragon Slayers, but the people who actually did have enough time to train with their abilities. Because from what I understand, the 5th generation Dragon Slayers, they didn't have their power as long as the other Dragon Slayers. So it is good seeing the power scaling actually get fully developed when it comes to these new Dragon Slayers. And overall, I can say that the opening, the preview for the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest after Hiromashima, because if you guys didn't know, he's been releasing Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest weekly in order to get us hyped for the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest anime and to build up more content. So I do believe that since it is fast paced, it gets straight into storyline, and there's really no build up for the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest. Now that you guys know what to expect from watching this preview video, I could definitely say that you guys have to be excited for Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, because once it finally does come, you guys will see why this is the greatest series of Fairy Tail yet. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.